everyone knows that I am not a Steph Curry fan. I don't like him. I don't like his antics. I don't like the dancing. I don't like the fucking mouthpiece. And I mainly don't like him because my wife thinks he's good looking. And if my wife thinks you're good looking, I hate you. I fucking hate you. That's just, that's rule number one. Right. Thank you, everyone. So, yeah, she thinks he's handsome, and I think he's a fucking dork. So, that being said, my argument for tonight is I am putting Steph Curry. Not only is he the best point guard of all time, but I think he enters top 5 discussion all-time basketball player. And let me, before Rafa, says I'm an idiot, did I bump my head on shit? That Game 7, I don't think, listen, we all know the shooter he is, but his ball handling skills, and I've never seen anyone, I'm trying to think, like Earl the Pearl Washington.
Finish the sentence, please. I would love to hear it.
His floaters, the way he gets to the basket, I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it. He gets to the basket at will, and Trey Thompson said it.
I disagree with that all the way.
I think he's a better ball handler than Kyrie Irving.
No way.
I think he gets just his.
Fuck no.
The way he can get to the basket whatever he wants, and his beautiful fucking floaters are unbelievable, and he's the best 3-point shooter of all time.
Okay, your theory on that he gets to the basket and this and that. Guys who get to the basket shoot free throws. The guy shot 38 shots and he scored 50 points. He had 38 shots, scored 50 points. Yeah, he made 20 field goals. He shot better than 50%, but he didn't get to the line. So was he getting to the basket or was he getting within 10 feet? There, to me, in my opinion.
Points in the paint, Game 7, Eddie Money. Listen, best producer in the business. He doesn't even have a computer. This is off of his head. He's just, his eyes are rolling into the back of his head right now, and he's calculating shit.
He scored 22 points in the paint.
22 points in the paint, papa!
He became the first player in NBA playoff history to score 20 points from 3-pointers and
20 points in the paint?
Yeah.
Impressive. I
did not even know that. By watching that game, I'm just thinking, I don't know if I've ever seen this. Now, let me continue with my argument, okay? When you think about NBA players that have changed the culture and the game, 2 come to mind, 3 come to mind, or 4. Number 1, Wilt Chamberlain. Changed the game, 7'1", 100 points, rebounds. You can't dunk. Kareem, they changed the rules. No dunking, 3 points, the 3 in the key. They had to change the game for him. 2, Magic Johnson changed the game, changed the point guard position. Michael Jordan changed the game forever, and probably, I think, is the most influential basketball player of all time. Because
I don't say no to that.
Now, saying all that, I think Steph Curry surpasses Michael Jordan as the most influential basketball player that's ever played the game of basketball.
Are you out of your mind? This guy wears fucking Under Armour.
And here's why I say that. Because he's tiny. He's 6'1", 6'2".
More people can relate to him.
And he's changed the entire game. They had to move the 3-point line back because of him. He's the quick release. He has changed the game of basketball. And it's time to put him in a different category. Best point guard, best shooter, and most influential. And I don't like the dude. Just for,
I don't think he's most influential at all.
Okay,
I think he's changed the game for sure, but the game in general has changed. There's guys that are 7 feet that are shooting the ball from the 3-point line. We just talked about Brook Lopez, right? So
Dirk was
Dirk was the first big man that it can actually. Well, you could say Larry Bird, but Dirk has done it in the modern era. What I do agree with, I don't agree that he's a top 5 player
of all time.
No,
come on, man.
I believe that Shaq was more dominant. I believe that LeBron is more dominant. LeBron is overall the best player ever, in my opinion. Michael Jordan, Shaq, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson.
I believe that and tell me if I'm right or wrong on this, that no one has ever scored 50 points in a Game 7.
You're right.
In history.
Nobody's ever done it. Jordan never played in one either. So nobody ever played a bunch of kids either. I mean, that's fine.
What? Wait, hold on. A bunch of kids.
He's fucking playing puppies out there.
Oh, my. Darren Fox has been in the league for like 7 years.
That's fine. His
He's
first
not.
playoff.
He looks like he's 16 years old.
The first play. He scored 50. We're not going to take that away.
Monk is not a kid.
But you cannot crown this dude top 5. Okay, how many finals MVP does he have compared to Magic Johnson?
I believe he has.
No, he has one. Don't fucking think he has one.
So I've heard the argument. Here's the crazy thing: that old man, crazy crypt keeper, Skip Bayless, actually took LeBron's side.
Shocking.
He came out with the thing today. It's a clip, but I don't know if I shared it with you, that he said this is not a rivalry with LeBron and Steph.
It's not.
That LeBron has dominated, although not as won as many championships together, but they've seen each other 22 times in the playoffs. LeBron's average is 33.
Oh, it's not even close. We know
12 and like 7 or 8.
Curry's had awesome rosters as well.
He has.
There is no doubt that Curry is the best shooter we've ever seen to date. To date.
That's not even that. You can't argue that.
There's no argument there. I don't give you an argument there. Not even close. There's nobody even close, right? And Clay would be, in my opinion, Clay second, and not a close second either.
Reggie third,
Ray Allen third, and Reggie fourth. Those are my four guys, right? But I think Curry's far better than they are, right?
Yes.
But if we're talking about overall basketball player, as a player,
who are you picking?
Oh, at a point guard. If we're talking point guard, I'm picking it for my team. I need a point guard.
Yes.
I want Magic Johnson for a point guard.
I want to,
and I'll tell you this with Curry, and I side with Curry on this. The players now are 100 times better than the players before.
I agree.
That's not even close, which is my argument with LeBron. That the players now, any guy on the court can dunk.
Yeah.
Okay, any guy on the court literally can get up, elevate, over the bat, blah, 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 underneath. There's shit that, oh my God, look at Michael Jordan, and you see him going up and switching hands in midair. Dude, I think I saw Malik Monk do that shit last week.
It's a regular play now.
It's a regular play. That shit is regular. Because the guys now, they start playing organized basketball at 8, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. So when you see kids at 14, 15, dude, they're dunking, they're shooting, they got amazing fadeaways and all that. Bro, Akeem's shake, bro, there's like 50 guys in the league who can do Akeem's shake on the baseline.
Not 50.
No, 65. I mean, come on. Dude, there's guys, the guys that are playing now, all the guys are so much better than a lot of the old dudes because the talent is so much better. Dude, Bill Laimbeer couldn't play today, and he was a world champion.
Bill Laimbeer
There's a lot of dudes.
He's Brooke Lopez, but meaner.
Dude, now, Bill Laimbeer could never shoot.
He shot. Bill Laimbeer could shoot.
Shot fucking BB guns out in outside of the palace.
Rafa,
I don't think he's top 5.
I am going to disagree with you as far as a point guard.
He's not a point guard.
He is 1,000% a point guard.
Let's go through the stats.
Let's go through his stats.
So Magic Johnson averaged. Is this right?
So what do you call him? If he's not a point guard? What is he? He's not a shooting guard.
No. He's a point shooting guard. But their system that they play.
He's a point shooter.
Yeah, that's it. If you look at their system,
Eddie, stop it.
If you watch this system is in reality you don't need a point guard for this system.
That's bullshit.
You don't need a point guard for this system.
What is their system?
Their system is literally run around a bunch of
screens.
Set 5 screens on the way. Look at this. Looney, a screen off the ball. Draymond's over here with Curry. There it is. Good defense by Russell. But their offense is a move. I'm not taking anything away from Curry. To me, he's the greatest shooter of all time. If he wins a title this year and he's the MVP, he will have 2 Finals MVPs.
KD was one of them.
And then 2 of them.
And then
Iguodala. That's how good LeBron was. That's how good LeBron was.
That's a bullshit MVP.
That's not a bullshit MVP.
Iguodala's MVP.
Can you look up those numbers from that final? I think it was 2015. Eddie, that's not a bullshit MVP.
It kills me to say that I would pick Steph Curry over Magic Johnson, but I don't think it's even close, Rafa. I don't even think it's close.
So if Steph Curry, if you needed a point guard for your team, right? You would take Steph Curry to play and distribute the basketball?
Yes.
He distribute the ball?
Yes, because he gets to the hole Here we go. Who do we got?
So, Andre Iguodala was the MVP in 2015. He averaged 16.3 points, 4 assists, and 5.8 rebounds per game.
Okay, and now
LeBron's.
Let's hear LeBron's numbers.
LeBron averaged 35.8 points, 13.3 rebounds, 8.8 assists.
Are you fucking kidding?
I'm not saying that.
What did Curry average in that finals?
Yeah. I'm not saying that LeBron. If anything, LeBron should get it.
Well, he almost did.
Well, he should have.
He would have been the second player ever to win the Finals MVP.
Yes, Jerry West.
Jerry West was the first.
You don't give that to fucking Iguodala. It's stupid.
I don't think so.
It's stupid.
Steph Curry averaged 26 points, 6.3 assists, and 5.2 rebounds in those 6 games.
That's who should have got it. He should have 2. He should have 2 Finals MVP.
But he doesn't. He has 1.
You say tomato, I say ketchup.
If we look at the actual stats of a point guard.
Break them down.
So in the playoffs, these are playoff stats. Curry averaged 26. We know Magic wasn't a scorer, so he averaged 19. Okay. We know that. That's always been my knock on Magic. Rebounds, Magic averaged 7. He was a lot bigger guy, 6'9".
A little bit.
And Curry averaged 5. But this is where the biggest
5 rebounds. That's a great number, by the way.
This is a huge number, though, what I'm going to give you right now. When you're a point guard.
That's what she said.
This is a good sub, by the way. Take LeBron out here. And Curry goes to the bench as well. Great coaching by these two guys so far. This is the biggest disparity. If you're a point guard, what are you on the floor to do? You're just to distribute the basketball, right? Magic Johnson averaged 12.3 assists a game in the playoffs.
Heck, he had fucking James Worthy. He had
right.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
You're right.
He had Byron fucking Scott. That wasn't his role.
It's a point guard. That's the position.
My argument, I'll retort.
Curry, by the way, 6.
Okay.
Half.
So, in Trey Thompson's interview after Game 7, Klay Thompson.
You keep saying Trace.
I keep on saying Trey Thompson, center fielder for the Dodgers. Rancho Santa Margarita, by the way.
Eddie knows everyone's fucking high school.
Yes, Rancho Santa Margarita. So, Thompson. Klay Thompson, Washington State, Rancho Santa Margarita. He said, listen, when Curry gets into that mode, he could do that every fucking game, Rafa.
But he doesn't. I want to.
You know why he doesn't? Because he gets his other teammates involved. You know what? He's not a fucking ball hog, and he could be. No,
I agree.
That's why he's a point guard.
You know how many shot attempts he had on Game 7?
38. He had 38 attempts.
Okay. But they weren't, like I said, 22 in the fucking paint.
No, he still shot over 50%. I agree with you there.
In the paint.
I agree with you.
The paint.
He was in the paint against a team that has no size. Do we agree that the team he played had no size at all? He had 13 offensive rebounds in the third quarter. That was with 5 minutes left.
Whatchamacallit had
Kevin Looney masterclass.
He had 22 rebounds or something like that.
Looney?
Yeah.
Looney was.
Dude, there was like 6 minutes left in the there was 4 or 5 minutes left in the third. They had 15 offensive rebounds in the third at that point.
Yeah.
In the third, in one fucking quarter.
It was bad.
You're gonna tell me he's not playing an undersized team? Now, if you tell me he had 50 and he had 20 whatever in the paint, and
Look at Looney.
And he shot. They can't guard him down there.
Looney just had 3 rebounds in 2 seconds. But he's too big.
He's playing with the softest big guy ever created.
Yes.
So I think he took advantage. I want to see him do that against an actual fucking NBA big man in the middle. I'm not I just don't think he's top 5.
I want you to discredit me for. Damn it!
I hate Magic, by the way, and you know that because I don't like the Lakers. I've always hated tragic Magic. That was my thing.
Okay. That being said, Magic Johnson was my hero of all heroes, and I'm telling you, and I'm saying this, and it's very hard for these words to cross my tongue and my teeth, that Steph Curry is a better point guard and better basketball player than Magic Johnson.
That's where I have the problem. I don't think he's a better overall player than Magic. I think he's great.
Look at the rebounds. He's 7 inches smaller, and he's only averaging
2 less. Two and a half less.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
But it's also when you're getting 6. Magic had 6 more assists than him a game.
Yeah, because that was Magic's thing. Like Curry's.
The game has also changed, right?
Yes.
The game has also changed, but Harden just averaged 11 assists a game this year.
Oh, man.
Okay, so there's guys that Luka averages close to 10.
Yes.
So there's guys that do that. I don't want to put. I wouldn't put Curry in the top 5 because I think all those other guys are overall better players. And basketball, yeah, it's not a one-on-one game, but hypothetical one-on-one. If Shaq gets the ball first, Curry's never beating him.
Shaq was the most dominant player of all time.
If LeBron gets anybody who's bigger than him gets the ball, he cannot guard.
LeBron is not the most dominant player of all time. Shaquille O'Neal,
By far, it's not even
the
close.
most dominant player of all time.
And then it's probably Kareem.
And then Kareem.
There's no doubt about. But so when we have a list of Jordan, Kareem, Shaq.
Did you go down through all the is there any more?
Well, 3-point shooting. There's no doubt Curry's a far, far, far and away better shooter than him.
Yes.
Now, by the numbers, it shows that Magic's a more efficient shooter. Magic shot 50% from the field in the playoffs. Curry shot 45%.
That was showtime. Those were layups.
Obviously, a more efficient shooter, but not a better shooter. We know that.
That's all. Yeah.
We know that. There's no doubt about it. We know Curry's the best shooter of all time, hands down.
I hate you, Curry.
What I think though, the difference between Magic and Curry is that in 15 or 20 years, there's going to be 5 or 6 Steph Currys.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry
man.
to tell you.
Come on, man. We see the B version of his ass in Atlanta.
But the B version's 5'7" and a quarter, maybe.
Well, that's
looking like
that's
a fucking lollipop.
That's the closest.
Under a
That's
blanket.
the closest thing to Curry.
This is now. You will see later on how guys will improve.
A bunch of Filipinos are going to be in the league.
They love him.
They love that.
They love him. Curry is every Filipino dude in the world thinks he's Steph Curry. You will see them walking around. You ever go to the mall? I don't go to the mall, but in Vegas, you see them like fucking, Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go to, they
go to a Yoshinoya. There's fucking Curry jerseys everywhere.
It's true. They all love basketball, and then they all go do karaoke, and they're all
Curry jerseys.
They're all in line at American Idol.
Yeah, Manny Pacquiao thought he was Steph Curry for a minute.
Yes. So, that being said,
I think the game where it's going, I don't think he's the top 5 player of all time just yet. If he wins this championship this year, we can debate it again.
Let me clip this shit, Eddie Money. So break it down. Who is your top 5 NBA basketball players of all time, Rafa?
In order. In my order.
Yes.
LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Lou Alcindor, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird. And then I think Shaq is 6th.
So that's your top 5. I'm right there, but I'm going to switch this up. I have Jordan, number 1, LeBron James, Kareem, and then I'm going to go Steph Curry, Magic Johnson. Because I told my wife, she's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I think that's where we are right now. Recognize where we are in history. He's the most influential player ever to play this game. He has changed the game of basketball.
I think he's the most influential, but I don't think that puts him top 5.
How's he influential, though? Like,
his success at the three-pointer has changed the game at every level every time you see it.
Dude, guys, Dirk was shooting this 3 8 years ago, and he's 7 feet.
It didn't change it like the way Curry changed it, though.
Curry can make it. These guys were already shooting it.
Listen, it's sort of like baseball. No one steals, right? No one steals anymore. They don't believe in bunting. They don't believe in small ball because the numbers show that it's okay to miss 3-pointers as long as you make 43 to 47% of them. That's where he's changed the game.
Well, he doesn't shoot even 40%. So don't say that.
But
nobody does.
It's statistically
it's a better shot. Yes,
it's a better shot.
I don't know if he's done that. I think the way
who's done it then?
It's the system. He's made it. He can do it, obviously, and so now guys think, he can do it. Everybody else can do it, right?
I wish Richard Dice was watching right now.
I don't see him. He's influenced the younger, smaller guy who can now go to the Y and fucking shoot from half court.
That's huge.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's huge.
Everyday basketball. Like Dirk doing that didn't change if you went to go play at 24.
Have you seen the video on Instagram where there's these 2 guys? They're probably not my age, but probably when I played basketball, my age was probably the last time was 32.
Yeah.
So 8 years ago, and there's these 2 guys, and they're sitting there and they go, look at what Steph Curry's done in this league. And it's this fucking little Indian kid, fucking crossover, fucking misses a 3, side of the fucking rim.
It's true. It's true. He might have ruined the game of basketball at the same time. Because listen, Michael Jordan, who I said was the most influential, not everyone is 6'6", can jump out of the gym, and has
Curry hits a three, by the way. As I say this.
I'm just saying, he's in the conversation. I believe, in my book, he is now eclipsed top 5 all time. And I think he's eclipsed best point guard of all time.